what's going on, guys? Tony here, CCxRC. Today on the bench is the ZD Racing Pirates 2. It's the MT8. Also, the 9116 is the model number that Gearbest has for it, which is who sent it to me. They wanted me to show you guys what comes in this roller package. Yes, you heard that correct. It is a roller. It is not ready to run, even though the body on this says ready to run. This does not have any electronics in it. We're going to be having to put our own in. And so I'll be showing you guys what I'm thinking about putting in it, but I'm not decided yet. We'll talk about that later. But it's a pretty beefy looking truck. So let's get it out of the box that it came in and show you guys all of the stuff underneath the hood. Let's do it. As you can see, I've already had the ZD Racing 9116 1/8 scale 4-wheel drive monster truck out of the box to look at it, but I packaged it just the way it came when I got it. And so basically you get the truck sandwiched by the tires. So it's pretty much comes as a roller. You just got to put the tires on when you get out of the box. This is to, you know, basically make it a smaller package for them to ship. All right, so I've gone ahead and pulled everything out of the box. As you can see, I've got the 4 tires stacked up here. I've got one of the 17 millimeter hexes off, but that's all metal there, nice. And we've got our manual in here in the bag, as well as some spare parts. You can see the motor mount and the pinion gear looks like they're Mod 1. So that's nice and beefy. The body looks good. I don't have any complaints about it. It's Lexan. You can see the gap here in the body, between the body and the chassis. But you know what? That happens a lot in these, actually. I'll say you'll see quite a few trucks that have that kind of a setup. The tires themselves look pretty good. They're pretty thin, actually, here. Kind of feels or looks a little bit like maybe, say, a Revo tire or something. But the grip feels pretty good. They're firm. They've got foam in there, plastic rims. And yeah, so we'll take a look over the car with the tires off so we can see the axles and everything here coming out, and then we'll put the tires on and get a look there. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the instruction manual, just see what we get. Pirates 2 9116, talking about the recommended tools and everything that you would need for it. Again, a lot of these are the same. Here's adjustments. This is if it was the ready to run. This is not the ready to run, so it does not have the ESC, but you do get the assembly instructions here in the back to be able to work on the truck, as well as part numbers and things to order new ones. Again, here's a little closer up shot of the pinion, Mod 1, the motor mount, and some of the screws to be able to mount these in place. All right, so let's take a look at the truck itself. Nice big body clips here. The design looks pretty good overall. And yeah, it looks really beefy to me. So we come up front and we can see the metal shock tower here. It actually has metal shock bodies as well. There's lots of adjustability in here. We'll take a look at this, but you can actually see the different mounting points here, even on your steering coming here. You can adjust the turnbuckles, top and these lower arms here. Sway control up front. Small little bumper, but should do the job. The arms themselves are nice and thick plastic. You've got these guards here. I know they definitely have something like this on the X-Max, but again, more adjustability up here and lots of it for your shocks. So that's one nice thing that they've got, is it looks like there's a lot of adjustability, and just everything looks really well put together. A lot different than the other ZD Racing trucks that are smaller than this one. This is big and beefy and thick. And the bottom plate here just looks really good, solid metal. Everything's sunk. It uses all hexes along here. Super clean looking. Yeah, I'm actually getting kind of excited about this. So basically this would come like some of the other trucks that you see, like Proline has their awesome monster truck that they do, the Pro MT. And that thing comes as a roller, kind of like this. You know, they've got their own designs and, you know, really, really well built, tough as nails for that one. But basically, you're getting something like this where you have to have your own motor and parts to be able to put in this to make it run. They're just giving you, again, the chassis and the roller here. So turn around, look at the back again, a lot more adjustability here for setting up your steering and how your wheels sit. This would not be steering, but it would be your camber and that for your rear tires and setting those how you want them to be. Again, shock adjustability is off the chain. Lots of different marks and points or holes and points that you can change in there. Nice thick metal shock tower. Can't see the diffs really, but it doesn't look like they'd actually be too hard to get in here to work on. Just a few pieces. So overall, it looks really well put together. Even down here at the base of the shocks, even on the front, you've got adjustability. So that's kind of the name of the game with this, is a lot of adjustability on this all around. So take a look here at the axles coming out. Looks all right. So go ahead and we'll get the tires on and give it a look, but it does have a plastic spur gear, I should point out, before we move on. It's got a nice Velcro battery tray, like Velcro because it's easy to put on whatever size battery you want. Nice cable mounts here on the top. And then this is kind of nifty here. They've got this battery tray, kind of snaps on and snaps off. There it goes. And to be able to put your servo in and then also put your electronics right up top. So you can see the little tabs, they just snap in there. So it keeps it a little bit dust proof, light waterproof, not like submerging. So you have to make sure your components are waterproof if you're going to do anything crazy with it. Lots of room over here for putting your ESC if you want to put it on this side. Looking here again at your servo area, the arm is already installed for you, and it actually has a servo saver in here that will separate on any hard impact, kind of lessen the blow, act like a little absorber. But yeah, overall it looks pretty good. Let's slap the tires on and see how it sits, what the stance is like, and a little bit about the suspension and how that feels. All right, so there we go. All put together. The suspension is stiff, but it's very smooth, and with the weight of this thing, once we get the electronics in, it'll probably be nice having that nice stiff suspension. You can see how rigid that was on the landing. It does not move a whole lot because it feels like it's really thick oil in there. So we'll see how that does. We may have to change that out. All right, so the truck has been sitting in my studio for a little while now, waiting for me to do a video on it, and during that time I've been thinking about the build and what I wanted to do to this and the speed I wanted to have and the power, and so it made me realize that I like the speed and the power out of the JLB 21101, and I also have the Cheetah, and I have the speed version of this, the J3 speed, and I thought, you know what, why don't I use this as just a parts car for the other two JLBs, and I'll use the electronics to power the Pirates. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. Everything I need is right in here. We've got this nice JLB 2500 kV 8-scale motor, the 120 amp ESC here, the hobby wing, and a receiver and servo. So I've got all the electronics that I need here, as well as the controller. This will become a part car, or if, you know, I don't really like the Pirates, I can always just put it all back together. But I'm thinking, based on the look of this truck and the build quality of it, that I'm going to be pretty pleased with it and like running it. So yeah, that's kind of the plan right now. Things could change. So that about wraps it up for the ZD Racing Pirates 2. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be putting in it yet, but I'm heavily leaning towards the JLB electronics because that car is just a beast, and I think it would be pretty awesome and adequate enough to handle this truck. So that's what I'm leaning toward, guys. Anyway, if you like this video, if you want to follow along as we get this thing running, show you what we put in it, and take it for its first runs, then be sure to subscribe, hit the little bell so you'll be alerted when there's new videos coming. I've got some travel and stuff coming up, so I'm not sure exactly when this is going to happen. But yeah, I mean, it's good. I've got a job again, so that's a bonus. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to leave us a comment below if you've had a Pirates or any other ZD Racing. I think this one's definitely quite a few steps above the other smaller 10th scale ones that they've had. And again, it comes in around less than 180 bucks for this roller, which doesn't seem too bad to me. And we'll see what kind of components we can get in it, and we'll go from there. So as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.